welcome back to Freeform Lifestyle. So you may have seen my video that went up yesterday, which was cooking a beautiful piece of roast pork using my Ninja Foodie 15-in-1. Pork was absolutely gorgeous. However, there are only 3 of us in our household and therefore I've got loads of pork left over. And I'm sure you're the same, so you do a lovely Sunday lunch and quite often you get some meat left over. It can be great for stir fries, sandwiches, making noodles, that type of thing. But I wanted to bring you a recipe where you can definitely use up any roast meat that you have. So that could be chicken, pork, beef, whatever you've got, this recipe will work perfectly. I've made a little start already, so I've diced up a large carrot here and I've put some potatoes onto boil for some mashed potatoes. So all I've done is literally peeled them, popped them in water, and they're on the hob right now. So I've got my leftover pork, and what we want to do is just dice this up. Any particularly fatty bits I'm probably going to get rid of and won't use those, but if we can just dice this into a really small dice like this, and that is going to work perfectly in this beautiful pie. So the way you need to look at this is almost like you're making some sort of cottage or shepherd's pie, but this is going to be even better. This roast meat has got so much flavour, and that's going to be so much better than just using some mince. So I thought I might as well get a start and get my pan on. You could of course sear and saute this in the Ninja and bake it in the Ninja if you want. I'm just choosing today to do it on the hob and then get it in the oven. It's a little bit of olive oil in the pan. I'm going to leave all the quantities in the description below for you. And I'm going to put some onion in there. And then out of my freezer, I've got some celery which I've frozen. The onion is frozen as well. It's just a really quick and easy way to add that to your dishes. In most dishes like this, a good base is onion, celery and carrot. So next, my diced up carrot goes on top of that. I'm going to turn the heat down slightly. We just want a medium heat because we want these to soften. So we're going to cook these for around 10 minutes. We don't necessarily want to get loads of colour on them, so therefore we just need a slightly lower heat and a little bit more time. The great thing about making a dish like this and using your leftover meat is that you're creating a dish that tastes as delicious as the first time round. So yesterday we really enjoyed the pork with the crackling, with gravy and as a roast, and now tonight we can still enjoy the pork but just in a different way. These are starting to soften really nicely. The veg has had its 10 minutes, and now I'm going to add that pork. It's quite finely diced up, so it's nice little small bites in here. Just going to give that a couple of minutes in this pan. So what I've done is I've pressed this down into the pan. We want to leave that long enough now so we get the bottom section of the meat coloured. Then we'll start turning it over, get the other side coloured. So it's going to take a few minutes, and I've turned the heat up to do this. The reason for this is just it's going to add so much flavour. There you go, you can see we're getting a little bit of char and a little bit of colour on the bottom there. So just move it around the pan, push it down again and give it a couple of minutes. It's really starting to smell really amazing. Got that real pork smell coming out. Now we've sort of charred those edges. We can crush in some garlic. Now you can add a sprig of fresh rosemary, but I haven't got that today, so I'm just using some dried. So a little sprinkle of those. And the same with some thyme. If you've got some fresh thyme, then great, use that, use a sprig. If not, a little bit of dried will be good. Give that a little mix in. As always, make sure it's well seasoned. So some nice black pepper going in here. And some salt. And now we want to add some red wine to this. Let that bubble away, and we want that to reduce so that it doesn't even look like we've put the wine in there at all. That means that we've got rid of the alcohol content, but we've left behind that gorgeous flavour. That red wine has almost disappeared. So next thing is some tomato puree. So squeeze that in. And then if you've got any leftover gravy from your roast the day before, then you can definitely add that now. If not, a little bit of stock. And then a little dash of Worcestershire sauce. This is boiling, so I just want to bring the temperature down. So we're coming down to a simmer. Just reduce that heat. And then we're going to let this intensify, let the vegetables soften and cook further, and really get everything combined, making those flavours really work for us. So leave this now for about 20 minutes. If it does start to look a little bit dry, add a little bit more water or stock. The filling is perfect, look at that. It's really thick now and everything's softened. It smells really good. So I'm going to pop that into my oven dish there, pie dish, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to spread that out. With the mashed potato, I literally just put some butter, some salt, and then I went for some chives because I had those in the fridge and they needed using. Totally optional. Like with any recipe though, they can always be versatile. Amend things to what you need to use up or what you think will work or what you enjoy. You could even add some parmesan on top of this to go in the oven. Everything's hot. All we need to do really is get that in the oven, crispen up the top, make sure it's nice and bubbling, and we can serve. So that had around 20 minutes in the oven. I'm gonna serve a nice portion of this. Let's get my dish ready. Oh, lovely. Looks good, doesn't it? When you think that we've made that just from leftover. Oh, look, you can see that even better now. And on the side, I've just got some garden peas to go with that. Considering that's a pie made from yesterday's leftovers, looks pretty good to me. So we've just finished dinner and I have to say that I think I actually preferred that to the roast pork dinner. Super delicious, really rich, loads of flavour, all those herbs in there. Oh, I kept going back for a little bit more and a little bit more because it was so nice. Plus we didn't have any lunch today, so we were starving. Definitely give it a go and let me know in the comments if you do try it. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please do remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and then make sure you've got that notification bell on so you don't miss another video. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.